Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Dr. T.E. Steger Smith, I'm better known as Dr. Trey, and we're coming to you live down here in Maryland. And I have my great friend, beloved. We were co-workers back in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She has come here to D.C. to see me. Say hi, Michelle Worthen. Worthy, say hi. And before we get started, I want you to love this message, like this message, wow this message, and make sure you share this message. Michelle and I were just having a brief conversation on perceiving and conceiving. People perceive things and then they make things, which is conceiving, which is to make or to, I don't have my dictionary here, but to make things as though they are the truth. Okay, and hey, Minister Marquis, how you doing, honey? How you doing? And Will Clark is here too, joining us. We give a shout out to Will Clark. Say hey, Will. Hey,
Will.
Hey. So we were just talking briefly about perceiving and conceiving. They are two distinctive things. They're not the same thing. Case in point, and I was just talking offline to Michelle about this. I was walking towards a local establishment, and there happened to be some individuals who were walking aside of me, and I didn't know them from Adam Eve, and I was dressed a certain way, and I was just dressed in a t-shirt and pants, and my pants were just basic jeans, and I get compliments, and I'm not bragging here, and I look a little younger. I don't look like a woman who is a middle-aged woman, and God has blessed me with some youth in my years, and I continue to hope that you all stay blessed with great health and to grow and prosper. And these group of people were teenagers, and a law enforcement professional pulled us all over and lumped me with the teenagers, the young people. And I'm looking at the young people, I'm like, I don't know you, and they're looking at me like, I don't know you either. And I guess the young people were, they were doing things that were against the law. And so, of course, I show ID, and I have my phone out because I was trying to map where I was going. And so once the law enforcement professional got to the bottom of it, he realized that I was not with the young people. Well, lo and behold, long story short, you cannot conceive what you think you perceive. Okay? So the court case happened, and I happened to pop in. Of course, I was not part of the court case, but I looked, of course, to Part 4, which was appropriate for the court, and I came in, and no one really recognized me because I looked entirely different. And I had a chance to speak, and the law enforcement professional was there, and he asked me, what did I have to do with this case? I says, you don't remember seeing me? You didn't remember seeing me? He says, no, ma'am. I said, I was one of the young ladies you pulled over with the teenagers. And he was like, wow, you look entirely different. I said, you can't conceive what you think you perceive. So lo and behold, the individuals who were actually committing the crime, some of them got house arrest. As a matter of fact, one of them got 5 years. Thank you for the love. We appreciate it. Thank you for the like and the thumbs up. We invite you to love this message, like this message. We appreciate that. And so I went back to telling the judge and explaining to those that were there that you just can't judge a book by its cover. And I know that's an old cliche and we overuse it. So you got to be careful. Another example of this, something happened to me recently which caused a change in where I work and how I work with my clients and customers. Be careful when you have those earphones, those earbuds, and those listening devices. Oh, no, I shouldn't say listening devices, but what do you call those things? The thing around your neck. Bluetooth, thank you. The Bluetooth around your neck. Stop dipping in everybody's conversation. I hate to be a little bit casual here. It is Saturday. I can relax every now and then. I was talking to someone on my Bluetooth, and it was just general conversation. It wasn't anything where I had to invoke a confidentiality because that's just not how I practice. But I was talking about something, and someone thought I was talking to them. Stop conceiving what you think you're perceiving. I wasn't even talking to that individual. I really wasn't. I was literally talking to the person on the phone. So the individual went back to the person they were doing business with and thought I was being rude to them. I'm like, I didn't know that person. And so, unfortunately, it caused a stream of negative effects and caused me to have a whole bunch of issues, and it cost me a lot of money. And I wasn't even talking to them. I was on my Bluetooth talking about something else to someone else about a whole different issue. So make sure you check in with whomever you're talking to. Make sure that you're dealing with who you need to deal with. And I'm being more general here because I don't want to put anyone on blast. This is not specific to anyone. I know I might lose a friend. It seems like I'm always losing a friend or a follower, but you know, who is meant for me is meant for me. I don't know who that was for. Who is meant for you is for you. Whether you have friends, followers, family, who is meant to be around you is for you. If you're a business owner, your customers are assigned to you. Your customers are aligned to you. Your customers won't confine you to any situation. Amen on that? Amen. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound preachy. I don't want to sound preachy this morning. But I tell you time and time again, stop conceiving. I keep mixing them up myself. Stop conceiving what you think you're perceiving. Okay, because they're two different things. Michelle and I have been friends for almost 10 years here. We've worked together. We've been in situations, that you wouldn't believe. You think you're looking at one thing and then it's something entirely different. That's the stem of drama. It goes back biblical. It's in the natural. I tell you, it's in my practice. I have different folks that I just talk with on a day-to-day basis, and we have a hard time, I'm telling you, with discerning the truth out of a situation because one person sees it one way, and then another person sees it a different way, and then in another room someone hears it a third way. Am I right, Michelle? You want to chime in on this? Give a little bit of a tidbit for the viewers out here.
I think you're absolutely right, and we have to just make sure that we keep our lines of communication open,
right,
and keep our spirits open to understand what people are meaning and what we're actually conceiving, and make sure that we're not going to perceive it to be something else. Right.
And then if you think it's something else, it's always it's always appropriate to say, were you talking to me? Is this what you mean? It's always good for a check-in, because when you get a third party, fourth, fifth, sixth party involved, that chain, just like when you put the can to the ear in that can conversation, something always gets misconstrued. And you can infect someone's life. I didn't say affect. I said infect someone's life. I said it just the way I meant it. Because I'm going to tell you, something happened to me over the last month that negatively affected my life, which infected my practice. Okay? And yes, I may be being specific, and I know I'm going to get questions on this. It infected my life, affected my practice, because based on what someone thought they heard, and I wasn't even talking to them. So I'm a little bit terse on that. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the like. And it hurts me. It hurts me when you're and back in the day, back in Ohio where I'm raised, we used to say dipping in someone else's business, and it ain't even about you. Now, like I said, I usually don't go this stern and this hard and even for this long, but you really have to get in. You really have to understand where your place is, especially when you're getting those sidebar conversations, those sideline conversations. You walking by and you hear something. Okay? You really have to understand the context of the conversation. You really have to look around the neck. You have to look at the ear. You have to understand if that conversation's for you. Unless you're that person who's just a troublemaker and a drama starter. Okay? Because yeah, I know plenty of them too that want to get in your business just to get some stuff started. Okay, and it's not just teenagers, it's grown folks. I'm a middle-aged lady, a woman who's now in her 40s. I have to continue to say that I'm now 40. Yes, we know grown folks that's like that, don't we, Michelle?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. So, like I said, perception and perceiving and conceiving are two different things. If this video has blessed you in any way, and if me or my colleagues And anyone at TE Enterprises Consulting can help you in any way, please let us know. I'm here with my great friend, Michelle Worthen. She's come up to see me and visit me up here in the DC area. We would like for you to love this message, like this message, wow this message, and share this message and continue to have a great day. My name is T.E. Steger Smith. I am better known as Dr. Trey, and we want you to continue to have a great, wonderful, and blessed day. Goodbye now. Thank you.